I think we start off with checking your material. Okay, so like, what do we have? You have your short notes. Yes, short notes. Looks like that, 1 to 4. Okay, I know some school different chapter. Some of y'all have chapter 5, some of you have chapter 6. I think another school has another, I think chapter 9 or something like that. I only give you the general one, which is 1 to 4. The other one we did it in class, right? So 1 to 4. Okay. Next one, you have exercise law. Exercise looks like that. Okay. Exercise look like that. So also 1 to 4 lah. Chapter 1 to 4. And then objective. Objective. There you go. Objective. Good. Okay. Each chapter, actually quite a lot. Each chapter, it's about 30 at least. 30 and above. 30 to, wow, this one a lot. Wow, still going. Wow, so many one. Okay, 64, for example. Quite a lot, right? Practice more. Objective need to practice more. So I give you a lot. So we have 4 chapters of about 50 to 60 questions per chapter. That's actually quite a lot. Okay, so objective for you. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. So right now, I need your short notes. This one. Put it on the side. I need your exercise. Okay, this one. You can put it on the side as well. So I need both of these together. Okay. Okay. So maybe this is your first time or first term for your Form 4. You've never heard of any formatting or exams, papers format. So let me explain to you. But I think for the first term or like your midterm, you will not have a full format. Okay, meaning you will only have semi SPM format. So every school may be different. Maybe like your teacher didn't want to give you 40 questions of objectives because the original paper, the SPM paper, right? So paper 1, you will have objective of 40 questions. Okay. Then you have paper 2, you have section A, section B, section C. So section A are experiment. This is 20%. And then section B, they are just normal subjective. And the third one is section C, essay. So essay is going to be another 20 marks. Then this is going to be, how much already? It's going to be 40. Sorry, the full format will be 22. Then this will be 48, I think so. Yeah. Okay. Of course, because this is your first term, right? So you won't have a full format of like that. Okay. So ignoring the full format percentage, but this is the sequence of your paper. So paper 1, objective, I don't know, maybe 20 questions, maybe even teacher combined to paper 2. That means there's only one paper. So you look at your own. So objective, I'm thinking like maybe, okay, 20 question or maybe lesser or maybe more, 30 question. So this one, the only way to score, right, is actually to do exercise because there's no way you read paper 1. You think about it, right? You've been through paper 1. There's no way you can study properly paper 1. The only way is to try more exercise. Because when you read is this, but when you come to a lot of choices, when you come to A, B, C, D, there's 4 choices. It actually mess up a bit. You this one, that one. Yeah, it's a different feeling. So I suggest, right, to save time, you don't need study paper 1. Just do exercise. Just do my objective. Okay? Okay. So for paper 2, right, section A is experiment. As for now, you have 4 chapters. Maybe some of you until chapter 5, right? Maybe some of you until chapter 6. CHS, you're until chapter 6. So there's actually very limited experiment. There's only one experiment in Form 4, Chapter 3, the pulse rate, Form 4, Chapter 3, pulse rate, one experiment. And then those who have Chapter 6, then you have another 2 more experiment, which is the hollow bone and compact bone. And then one more will be the growth of the green beans. So in total, you are only 3. So actually very limited also. Quite straightforward experiment, section A. For the other schools who only until chapter 5, your only one and only experiment will be chapter 3. And even so, I think that your teacher will bring that experiment to section C for experiment. So, yeah. Okay. So B Section B are all the questions that we've been doing. We've been writing, now I explain. So that actually belongs to section B. So section C, right, is actually experiment and essay. So you have to write a 1 to 10 marks experiment, the whole set of experiment, 1 to 10. And then another one will be 12 marks essay. So essay question basically means long question. They ask you a lot of different things. You just answer accordingly on your line paper. The same thing as section B, just that without the question and line on the paper. You have to write it on your empty line paper, long answering. Okay, so that's the case of a full paper. But as I say, I think your midterm, I'm not sure, every school is different, so you expect lesser and easier. Okay, so you have an idea, objective, experiment, the normal subjective, and the long answering. Okay, so today, of course, we focus on paper 2 lah, A and B. C, section C, I give you exercise, but I don't think we have time to do one by one because they are long answering, so it's gonna take quite a long time to finish. But I have example of question for you to check, to try. Maybe copy answer, just download my answer and copy. If you feel like you don't know how to start off, just copy my answer. And then those are good questions. Those are like exam type question. You better try because rarely you buy any book and can practice this part. So I already got all the questions for you. You do my exercise. You'll be okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think today we will be able to sapu all 4 chapters. I try my best to sapu for you. So you probably have to go a bit faster. Okay. And anyone who needs Mandarin explanation, please let me know. I can explain in Mandarin, let me know. Whoever doesn't understand Mandarin, if you hear me ching chong ling long, then don't worry. I'm just repeating, nothing you missed out. Okay. So like chapter 1, I need you to take out this one, the exercise, and then the short notes at the same time. This one, who is this? Cool. So my job today is to run through the syllabus for you. Quick one, we do exercise, then at least you remember. Then you save lesser, you save time, you save more time doing yourself at home. Okay. Now, so page number 2, actually number 3 onwards. So chapter 1, right? It's about safety measure and things that you should do and should not do, and accidents and fire extinguisher. It's actually two pages only, 1 paper only, very straightforward. So very easy chapter also. I already put it in small boxes like that for you to study. So this is my short notes. Those who you were with me for a while, you know lah, my short notes are like that. For those who are new, don't worry. The short notes, you are not missing out anything. It's just that they are smaller in words and I try to arrange them in a way that you can have lesser things to read. Okay, so we'll try to find out answer from my short notes also at the same time. Okay, so like example lah, when you do exercise at home, right? You haven't studied fully yet. Never mind, you don't have to. You can actually jump straight into exercise and try to find answer left and right to my short notes. Safety in laboratory is important aspect which needed to be given attention by teachers and students when in the laboratory. Okay, so state 1 type of accident might occur. Okay, so you see accident that might occur and justify your answer with suitable example. Okay, so speaking of accident, then you try to look out, well, where do you find yellow color title here? See if you can find like the word accident. That's the title of the subtopic. Okay, okay, so probably here. Okay, easy. Can you write down any 2? I think 2, right? Oh, sorry, one only. Then we need to kind of explain a little bit. Like, so for example, if you say like cut by glass splinter, then you explain a bit like, for example, broken apparatus, broken test tube, caused by broken test tube, caused by broken thermometer, means you further a bit. You understand? Okay, so you choose whichever you want, then you got to elaborate, explain a little bit behind. Okay, so which one do you choose? I don't know, up to you, but you have to explain yourself, or maybe you want to copy my one, also can. So these are example. Let's say you write fire accident, then explain a little bit. Justify means like give me some example. Then I will explain, oh, due to chemical explosion. But I give you three lah. You can choose lah. You don't have to write all. Good. Like, so choose one don't have to write all three because it will take up some time. So we will write one answer. If extra, you always have my answer sheet. Okay, so the next one, diagram below shows a student was conducting an experiment in the laboratory. What is the personal equipment worn by the student? That means what is he wearing? Okay lah, quite easy. So you literally, he wears everything. Personal, here I like personal equipment. Okay, okay, so like, can you write three? Because 3 marks. Three equipment. Like lab coat, lab shoe, goggle, but he doesn't wear a face mask, right? So I think you avoid face mask, but you have goggles. Okay, good. So 3 items. Why does the student need to wear all the personal protective equipment stated? Okay, why you wear all of them? The question is not asking specific, so you cannot. Oh, to protect the eye from hazardous right? We cannot be so specific because question says, why he wear equipments? So generally, everything we wear here, very simple, is to protect you and me from injury. So we will just write general answer, okay, to avoid injury or to protect ourselves from injury. High risk is exposed to acid spill on skin of his arm during experiments. Suggest one equipment that needs to use and handle this situation. Okay. So speaking about equipment, got such thing meh? Okay, right here. If you kena acid on your body, what you need to quickly do is to wash off. Okay, so the equipment will be, remember this one? Safety shower. So you pull and then the water come down straight away. So then you can immediately rinse your body. Okay, so like the answer is safety shower. 1 mark only, right? Just to ask for equipment. Okay, so safety shower, everybody. What is important of the equipment? Okay, we copy exactly. The equipment is for this one. Do we write the whole thing? Yeah, I think we write the whole thing. So immediately clean and rinse the part of the body. Right, jump, everybody. You're good? Then we go to the next one. What is, oh no, that one already. The heated solution has splattered into the student eyes. What immediate action should be taken? That means whatever chemical kena your eye. Okay, so what we should do is we should wash off immediately. So it doesn't have to be acid, as long as chemical or anything that's not supposed to be in your eye. We have to wash immediately. Okay, and then you have to report to teacher because I think the question gives us 2 marks. Okay, so any accident happen, you always come with the second thing, which is to tell the teacher. If 1 mark, then never mind. But because 2 marks, okay, so then we have to report to the teacher. You good? Everybody okay? Or anyone need me to explain in Mandarin, in anything? Let me know if you have questions, okay? Okay. Then let's try another one. I think we can continue with question 2. Maybe let's do some like biological waste and stuff. Okay, this part okay. So you see, when you do exercise, you study my short notes at the same time, you save time. You don't always have to sit down, read through everything, then only like, okay, I think I want to try exercise. And then when you start your exercise, right, you still don't know what you are reading or you still don't know what to do. Then you come back and find your answer and check your answer. So why not we combine both at the same time, right? You do exercise, you find answers, you exercise, you find answers, and you study at the meantime. So after these questions, right, you realize, I think I have not gone through the other functions. So then now you stop, you read first, fast one. Okay, 1 minute, just read through. Okay, this one, just now I did safety shower, the rest I'm not sure. Fast, read. Okay, settle. You get it? By the time you do the second question that is very similar, you will come back to the same thing again and again. So eventually, you get to study one. You understand? So this is another way to shorten your study time and be more efficient. I know some of you all feel more comfortable sitting down, reading everything, then only you start your exercise. Can also. But I suggest you another faster way and more efficient way. You all can try, yeah? Okay, so let's try maybe this one. question 3 lah. This is waste, right? Okay, question 3. Let's do it. I think the first one is again, okay, what is the function of personal protective equipment? Why? So goggles, I think you can go to goggle and copy the answer for goggle, which is here. So usually question try to ask everything from protective equipment lah to biological waste lah to accident lah. So one question, teacher try to ask a few things together. Yeah, the pattern is always like that one lah. Then I mean you don't have to write example lah. Don't have to write like acid, bromine, ammonia. It's okay. Good. Just this one. Yeah. Okay. So a group of students conducted an experiment that releases bromine gas in a fume chamber. What is the importance of fume chamber? Then you come back and find out fume chamber. Oh, really leh, got leh. Oh. Fume chamber is actually for you to carry out experiment that actually releases harmful gas. So this is not so straightforward question. You got to answer another way around, which is, why fume chamber for what? So fume chamber here in this case is to absorb away the bromine gas or prevent the bromine gas from going to the whole room. You get it right? Because question is asking, let me see the question one more time. Question is asking, what is the importance of using fume chamber? Then if you copy this whole thing, right, you kind of not replying to the question. Okay, so let's be specific because question is talking about bromine. Let's reply the question. So adjust a bit, yeah. Prevent bromine gas from releasing, or you want to say like absorb bromine gas, prevent from releasing to the environment. Good. Okay. 3.2 shows two types of dustbin provided. I think this is about waste. Okay, so you have P, look at the sign. This actually means biological waste. Okay, these are normal dustbin. Okay, Aisha wants to throw away her glove and leftover nutrient agar after completing her experiment on the growth of microorganisms based on 5.2. Which dustbin suitable? And explain the SOP Aisha needs to manage. So I think question is glove and nutrient agar. Okay, like speaking about waste here. Ta-da! So you need to know how to differentiate A, B, C, or D. Okay, so what she mentioned just now was glove, nutrient agar. Nutrient agar means culture medium, like jelly like that. Jelly, it's used to carry out microorganism experiment. Okay, so category B, this belongs to category B. Then how do we do B? Okay, B, right, very simple. We have to place into a special plastic bag, okay? And we have to autoclave and place it into biohazard bin. Autoclave means that you want to kill germs. So question is asking for this. Okay, since we're here, let's talk about it. Category A are sharp equipments, B are non-sharp, C for carcasses, D for liquid. Okay, so you try to memorize sharp because A is sharp. The alphabet A is very pointy. It's sharp. Okay, B is not sharp because the alphabet B is boing, rounded, right? Okay, and then C is carcasses, C for carcasses, and then D for liquid with the D. Okay, so try to memorize a bit. There are different methods of taking care of it. Okay, like so for this one should be dustbin P lor, one mark dustbin P lor. Why dustbin P? How to do it? What's the SOP? Then we copy this one. Can? So you write the dustbin B first, P first, right? Dustbin P. Okay, then full stop. Then next line. Then we can copy answer from here. You done? Dustbin P. Okay, then full stop. Then this one. Package and place. Maybe this one we answer according to the question. Place the what? Glove and what? Glove and nutrient agar. Okay, package the glove and nutrient agar. Then we continue into biohazard plastic bag. Full stop. Okay. Dustbin B. No, P. Is it? P. Dustbin P. P. Okay. Then we use this one. Then that is 2 marks already. If let's say exam you don't remember the first step, you remember the second step, can also. Doesn't matter as long as you write one of the step. Good. So like we do this one. So package the, or you can say wrap also can. Wrap the glove and nutrient agar and place into biohazard plastic bag. Like that, full stop. Everybody okay? Yeah. You need to know where to find answers. You need to also know how to form your sentences. So you got to practice more on that by doing exercise. So I don't want to show you everything. I need you all to learn now. Okay, because um I won't be with you after these 2 hours. Right? You have to do it on your own. Question D, shall we? Accident, then suddenly we jump to accident. This one done now, then jump to accident. Okay, so it's very obvious this is a mercury spill mercury 书记里面打破的水银. So mercury is from the thermometer. Speaking about mercury, that is number 2. Okay, now mercury is especially poisoning. Mercury poisoning. Okay, when you absorb into your skin or inhale through the air, it could be bad for your nervous system, digestive tract, reproductive, and kidney. 闻到会中毒的，不用闻到，皮肤就可以了，皮肤就可以帮你吸收 mercury 进来。皮肤吸收到的话，它就直接进入你的血里面。So nervous system 神经线、神经系统 digestive tract digestion 消化咯 reproductive 是繁殖期，是你的肾脏。Okay, good. So these are the steps. I think now you are missing out the last two, isn't it? Number 1, tell the teacher. Number 2, ask people don't come here. Number 3, this is a bit different. We sprinkle sulfur powder. Number 3, sulfur powder. Because sulfur can stabilize the mercury. Sulfur and mercury combine, it becomes stabilized. It will not evaporate so easily. Not so dangerous. Then number 4, call fire department. Okay, whereas the normal accident, right, we just put sand. Normal accident, we will just put sand. Sand is to create a boundary so that the chemical will not spill away. Okay, then we scoop up, we dispose. So the difference is sand and sulfur. 两个不同的地方只有这样子吧，你不要一个是用沙来围着它。硫磺粉 in Mandarin 硫磺可以让它就不这么容易蒸发。硫磺的作用就是让容易蒸发。Okay, you good. See, by the third question, by the second question that we do now, you kind of go through the first page 2 times already, So actually very fast and very quickly you can finish everything. But must do exercise. I must stress this. Must do exercise. Must always do your exercise. Don't take it. Underestimate the questions. Must try. So, you done with the 3 and 4? I guess you just have to copy exactly. 3, 4, settle. Okay, then we try extinguisher. The last part already. Extinguisher. Okay, so first about extinguisher is that you need to know the names. You need to know the color label. You need to understand the class of the fire. What kind of fire? So long story short, let me explain the class of fire to you. A is solid. 固体的东西，木plastic 什么周围你看到的固体 any solid things around that can catch on fire. That is class A. Class B is liquid. Liquid can catch fire one. Must be like petrol cannot be water where got water catch on fire? So it must be petrol stuff 都是汽油的东西啦，你看到这里都是汽油，着火的东西，易燃体 flammable stuff. C is gases. Okay, gases. And then D is metal, sensitive metal, reactive metal. E, appliance. F is for fats. So you memorize A, B, C, solid, liquid, gas. E for metal, there's no way to create acronyms, but you can remember as DM. DM. Can you DM me? Can your Instagram DM me? DM. Okay, D for metal. E for E. E for electronic. F for fats. FF. The last two very easy. EEFF. ABC, solid liquid gas. D for metal. You try to memorize, then it will help you a lot easier. Good. Then how to extinguish? PASS. Memorize the steps. Okay, we try first. Question number 5. Page number 7. Question number 5. Okay, name the extinguisher. What is? Okay, free answer. Fire blanket. Okay, so we have fire of the extra extinguisher. Forgot to explain this. But yeah, fire extinguisher, I'll consider a fire blanket as considered as fire extinguisher. So like fire blanket. K, how I know? Didn't write properly. Which one? Oh, the answer is here. It's called the ABC. ABC fire extinguisher. Actually, did I put it here? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, ABC. I thought I forgot. OK， so fire blanket ABC extinguisher 可以吗？就这两种。那个 fire blanket 是好像那种防火的 material 来盖着的，它叫 fire blanket。ABC extinguisher like literally the alphabet ABC, meaning A plus B plus C, called ABC. ABC is a very versatile and common extinguisher, because this one can extinguish a lot of things. 很方便，它就是 ABC 的火了嘛，就它可以灭 ABC。Okay, good, everybody. Next, function of J. Huh? Fire blanket function? This one? No, right? Able to extinguish more and moderate. Ah, okay. This one? Extinguish. Ah, okay. This one also. Either one, up to you. Short one. There, this one. Short answer. Okay, good. Yeah, I like your copy. That's the function for fire blanket. Okay, good. Let's go. Okay. Next page. Why fire extinguisher J safe to be used? Why fire blanket safe to be used? Huh? What do you mean? Safe to be used? Fire extinguisher, ma? Of course, safe to be. What do you mean? Okay, so this means that why when you cover liao, fire blanket is to usually cover a person. Why it is able to extinguish is because, right, the material. So fire extinguisher material is actually made of glass fiber. So this glass fiber will actually stop the fire because glass fiber cannot catch on fire. That means it cannot burn one. So it's like fire resistance material. So this will be what you want to use. Okay. So fire extinguisher J made of 2 layers of glass fiber, which can prevent victim from fire or can prevent burning. Good. Mira wants to put out fire involving sodium. Oh, sodium is a reactive metal on fire. You want to put out the fire. Is K suitable? Explain your answer. Is K suitable? By the way, you need to know, right? Metal is class D. Must use. Like, look out for class D. Must use dry powder. So now question is asking, can we use this one? Can we use K, ABC? Okay, of course cannot, because you have to use the D or not the ABC, or you need to use the next one, D. The class of fire is D. You need to use dry powder. Okay, so is extinguisher K suitable? Number one. Number two, why? Because right, sodium can react, can cause more fire. So that's the reason why we don't use. Okay, so not suitable because ABC can react with metal, then can cause more fire. Advantages of using fire extinguisher K, meaning ABC advantages. Actually, ABC is the most friendliest extinguisher. Wait, let me look for. I think we have it. Yeah. Are you okay? Let's go in 5 more seconds. I'll show you if I have. Okay. Actually, do I have it here? Let me see. Or did the fire? Actually, no. Let me look for it one more time. Actually, no. Okay. I was saying just now, it's the friendliest, means easy to use, safe for environment, safe for you and me, safe for everyone. And also, it's not so polluted to the environment. It doesn't cause so much of pollution. Okay, so like how does it sound like? Here, unit 2, right? It's not harmful to human and animals. It does not pollute the soil. Easy to use, easy to maintain. There's actually quite a few answers. Water can also put out fire. Yeah, water that we drink, water from the toilet, water from the kitchen, right? Is water suitable to put out fire caused by oil? I think quite common sense, right? Do you all know this? Can you extinguish fire that is with oil by using water? Imagine kitchen, mommy cooking, accident, wow, fire, no. Then it's oil on fire. Then you decided to go to the basin and scoop some water and splash it. So you see, oil and water, what happened? So have you tried cooking? If it's oil, you put water, then it becomes like Chinese New Year. Fireworks, very dangerous. Cannot, because hot oil and water will cause even more burning. It causes boiling of the water and then the water will splash. Okay, so the answer is no lah. Why? Because using water can cause more fire and you spread more fire. Okay. Because water fire extinguisher will create an explosion and causes the burning oil to disperse and fire spread. Okay, there's a lot of repeating like and. If you want to make it simpler, you can say no, because as water fire extinguisher will cause the hot oil to disperse and spread the fire or something like shorter. Maybe you don't want to write the explosion also can write it shorter. Yeah. Then I have also other fire extinguisher question that you can try. We can wrap up chapter 1 actually. At least you get an idea now, like, oh, okay, I know what I need to read, what I do not need to read. Everything you have in your short notes are like your syllabus, important textbook stuff. I didn't give you extra. I didn't give you lesser. I give you what textbook give you. Okay? So you all read my short notes for the rest of the subtopics. So we go chapter 2 lagi easy. Right, let's go in 10 more seconds. Chapter 2 is what? Heimlich maneuver and your CPR. Super easy. Let's go in 5 more seconds. Chapter 2. 1 page. Half a paper. I mean, one side of the paper. Okay, super easy. I think everyone is clear of this. Maybe you want to read a little bit more on the scientific part of it. Why someone needs CPR? Why someone needs CPR? Okay, what kind of victim needs CPR? Okay, then same goes to why someone need Heimlich maneuver. Okay, the science part behind it. Okay, we try the work. Now, I think we just need to do one for each. Then we're done. By the way, see section C. Everybody, I show you like that. A quick one. Yeah. So section C, these are essay question. It will add up to about like 12 marks. Let me see. For where did this go? For there you go. 4. 12 marks per question. So it's just long, but the usual question that we do like that one. As in long, you get two marks, then you get okay. Don't have to write karangan one. Make it simple. Four sentences like that. Full stop, full stop. Simple. You don't have to write a lot of karangan. Then teacher have to go and find, ayo, where's your point? Ayo, you cannot see properly. Ayo, you're writing. Ayo. No need. Just straightforward. 1, 2, 3, 4 line. But don't do point. Don't do like, yes, no, I don't know. Don't do like dash, 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 dash. Just 4 short sentences will do. You understand? You try. You can copy my answer. Download the answer sheet. Just do one time, copy one time. You will learn a lot through copying question. Of course, you copy with your brain, right? You copy and then you study what you copy. Yeah, section C, like that. See, a lot types of question. Can try. Okay, CPR. Let's go. What is this? 16. Jump, everybody. 16. Question number 3. Question number 3. Okay. So this is what? I think drowning. This is like a seaside. Okay, so what emergency help given? Okay, we all know it's called CPR. You need to spell your full name. CPR. Cardio, pulmonary, resuscitation. So don't can you just write CPR? Cannot. You have to write the full name in the exam. Okay, cardio, pulmonary, resuscitation. Good. Okay. 2 important techniques in the emergency. So like cardiopulmonary resuscitation focuses on 2 things to do here. 3 and 4, right? Chest compression and mouth to mouth. Okay, like chest compression and mouth. You'll just write straight away. Chest compression, comma, or just and mouth to mouth resuscitation. Okay. Then also the science concept behind this. So chest compression is to produce blood flow. So you pump chest compression, you push on the heart, right? You allow the heart to actually pump a little bit of blood, keep the blood flowing. And what you do mouth to mouth is you want to give oxygenated air. Although you exhale, got carbon outside, but there is still oxygen. There is still 16% of oxygen. Still helpful. You understand? Okay, so these are the scientific explanation behind the two main steps. This one, no explanation, I just state the important techniques too. After arriving, but after receiving the emergency help, the victims show signs of consciousness. What's the next step? That means the victim actually there's response, or the victim wakes up a little bit. Okay, like at least he's breathing back usually. I think this is where you find, okay, it's actually the last step. The last step. So if the victim breathes but still unconscious, position the victim on his side. Okay, no matter you conscious or unconscious, but you respond to the CPR already. While you're waiting, you put on the side. That means you let the victim lie on the side to don't lie flat, because that will actually block your airway again. So you lie sideways. So actually this one, position the victim on its side. So do the victim needs to be taken to hospital? Of course, because you're still waiting for the ambulance, right? So yes, you need to go to the hospital for what? To further to check, to see if everything is okay. Okay. So this one you cannot find from textbook or notes, but the logic is yes, you need to go to hospital to do further checkup. Okay. If you don't want too long, I think this is also too long for the whole thing. Okay, maybe we don't even need this for further examination. Okay, so yes, you still need to go to a hospital for what? For further checking. Good. And there's still question next page. What would happen if the victim failed to receive oxygen supply immediately, and why? Okay, so like we go back to the science theory. Now, if you don't get oxygen, so by the way, the point of giving mouth to mouth, right, is to give you air so that your brain gets oxygen. If you don't get enough of oxygen, you can have brain damage. Okay? So, wait, how many marks? 2 marks? What will happen to the victim? Then we say brain damage. Why? Because you need oxygen to survive, right? You need oxygen for respiration, or you need oxygen as basic requirement. Okay, so brain damage. Why I write /1? Oh, I understand. Okay, so brain damage / death, then this is first mark. Then the second one, because oxygen is needed to survive, or basic need for life. E, what will happen to the victim if emergency action in A is not done properly? Emergency in A? CPR, right? If CPR is not done properly, so remember CPR, there's only two main action. Number one is called chest compression. Number two is mouth to mouth. What could go wrong? Chest compression, the only thing you could go wrong is you break the ribs. If you pump, you don't know how to push, right? It breaks the victim's rib cage, number one. Number two, mouth to mouth, what could go wrong? You blow air, but the air doesn't go to the lung, because maybe you did not pinch the nose. So when you blow air, the air goes from the mouth and come out from the nose. But you want the air to go into the lungs. So these are the two things that you could go wrong for the two main steps. So you can think of the two main steps and then think of what could go wrong. Okay. So you just have to choose either one. So I guess you want to write the short one, which is rib cage can be broken. That's for chest compression. Mouth to mouth is that oxygen doesn't go in. You blow and then the nose come out. The air come out from the nose. Good. That's for the CPR. Then we do Heimlich, one more. Then we can move on. Okay, let's go in 5 seconds. Let's go. Heimlich maneuver, right? It's for choking, obviously. So what is choking? Choking is that the food gone into the wrong place. So your food's supposed to go to your esophagus, which is behind. 食物要去食道 esophagus 食道后面 but it did not go to esophagus, but it go into your trachea, the breathing channel. It will fall into your lung, so then go into the wrong place. It's called choking, because air cannot go into your lungs. Two situations which shows the person choking, like question number 6, page 18 and 19. Two situations shows that person choking. How do we know if someone is choking? Okay, like choking sign is here. You choose any two. Two. Yeah, two. Like holding the neck with both hands, unable to speak or cough, difficulty in breathing. You choose up to you. And these are the signs someone choking. Choking can be very silent. Mustn't be like you and me. Sometimes we choke, we cough. And that one means not so bad. The real choking can be very silent. You won't know, you won't hear anything because literally you cannot make any noises. Okay, so choking, right, blocks air from going to your lungs. So ultimately, it can prevent oxygen from getting to your body. You can be having brain damage as well. Okay, these are the risks. So choking is actually very dangerous. Okay, like next one. Emergency help. GG, how do you spell? So you have to know how to spell. Good. Two main steps to take based on your answer in B. Heimlich maneuver mainly what you want to do. Okay, so I think anything from here will be okay. So let's say the first step is you want to bend the person forward slightly. You go behind and you bend the body. Okay. What else? Actually, anything is acceptable here if you want. Maybe the second one will be number 4. You want to press and jerk with a quick force. Heimlich maneuver is from behind. You hold from behind, very romantic from behind, and then you push against the between the ribs and the navel, the belly button. You want to push and you want to apply pressure to the lungs. Remember, is to push the lung, not to push the stomach. Push the lungs because the food stuck on the trachea. You push the stomach, no use one. You make the person vomit. Okay, so wrong tube. Okay, so let's say bend the body forward, give a strong pressure on the victim's abdomen. Okay, is the method mentioned be applicable to pregnant women who are choking? Okay, so probably we were thinking like, oh, pregnant cannot you. If you put pressure like that, then actually you still need to. If you don't save the pregnant woman, there's 2 lives. There's the mommy and the baby in the stomach. So at the stomach, the womb, the abdomen area. So then you have to use a different technique, meaning you don't push so low, you push above, like between the sternum, the chest bone, and where the baby is. So, I mean, you don't have to explain, you just have to say yes, because the question says, is this applicable? So yes, pregnant woman 也是可以做 Heimlich maneuver 的不管谁都要做，你不做，那个人就会死掉。Okay, so Heimlich can be done. Anyone must be done into anyone. Okay, okay, that's chapter 2. Super easy, right? But the details you read lah, 1 page only not a lot lah. You read through. Okay, then chapter 3 leh. Shall we? Chapter 3. Okay, chapter 3 only has 4 sections. Very easy. Body temperature, pulse rate, see, left, right. And then another page, left, right, blood pressure, body mass index. Okay, so we try to get into some question lah. Jom. Chapter 3. Oh, I give you section C essay also. You try section C. Try not just copy answer also better than nothing. Try to write down, copy, and read at the same time. It can be very difficult one. Don't underestimate. You'll be like, yeah, these are easy chapter. Then if you see this kind of question, let's say total, you don't know, suddenly you won't know how to answer marks one, So you better try. You try 1 time, at least you finish my work, then you feel more confident what is going on. Okay? It could appear in your section C one. Don't underestimate. Like, easy question. Okay. Temperature. Let me see how many temperature. Pulse. Okay. So let's try out 23. Question number 1. Okay. The first topic, right, thermometer, right, is honestly it's just introduce with different types of thermometer, 4 types of thermometer for different purposes. So it means for body for body. Laboratory is for science lab. Then rectal is for anus, for your butthole. Rectal stands for rectum. And then infrared is to measure without contact, to show the head, for example. Okay, so let's see. Diagram below is a clinical thermometer to measure body temperature. Why is a laboratory thermometer not used to measure? Laboratory, not measure. Let's check. I think we have such. Not for body. Why? Because does not have a kink. So by the way, kink, it's a part where it has a bump like that to slow down the mercury. You don't want the mercury to go down to the bulb too fast. You want to slow down because from the patient's mouth to the doctor's eye, temperature can drop a little bit, right? So you want to prevent the drop. So this one cannot lah, no king, not accurate one. Okay, so basically we'll copy this first one. Okay, for 2 marks, right? Right. Number one, no good. Let's do B. Why clinical thermometer is 35 to 42? Because you don't need higher, you don't need lower. I mean, if higher, lower, the person is not alive anymore. No point using, right? So, yeah, a human body temperature will not go lower than 35, will not go higher than 42. So we don't need that much of numbers now. Good. C, shall we? Why should a clinical thermometer be shaken before putting it into the mouth? I think it's from the short notes also. So we want to shake so that the mercury go back to where it started. Must go back to below zero. Sorry, what I'm talking about. 35. There's no zero. Go to 35. That's like the starting point. Where? There. Should be shaken. You want to shake, 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 shake. Make sure the reading is lower than 35. So actually, this is the answer. Okay. To return to original position. Good. So diagram below shows the type of thermometer. So obviously, this is the infrared thermometer. How can temperature be detected by using this? So we have to point at the head. So what happens is the infrared will pick up the heat from your forehead. So it will read the heat from your forehead and shows the reading. Okay. Okay. Everyone done with the above, right? So infrared ray will detect the heat from the head. If this device is used for children, what is the temperature indicate fever? So remember, fever is above 37. Do we have it here? Anything that higher than normal temperature, I consider as fever. Okay. Then what? Oh, and why fever? So fever, right, is actually not, how do I say? Fever, right? A lot of people might be thinking like fever is, oh, I'm sick, it's because of the virus or the bacteria makes me sick. Actually, fever is a body response, meaning there's virus or there's bacteria, your body try to shoo them away. So it's actually your body trying to save you, okay? Not like making you worse. So fever rises your body temperature, causes your body temperature to rise, which makes the virus and bacteria uncomfortable. Like, this place so hot, man. Don't want to, let's go already. Chow, not nice to play. We want to create environment that is not good for bacteria and virus. That's why you have fever. Yeah. Okay. So number one, what's the temperature that indicate fever? So more than 37. Why like that? Because we want to shoo the pathogen away. Pathogen means the virus and the bacteria. Virus and bacteria. That's for the temperature. Then the next one will be, what should we try? Should we do pulse? Pulse. Okay, so pulse could be experiment. Section A experiment. All right, let me explain to you how does it look like. So let's go in 5 seconds. Let's go. Pulse, 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 pulse. Okay, so meaning like that. Okay, like page 25. Pulse, it's basically beats per minute. Okay, how much your heart pumps in a minute. Okay, so that also means that your blood vessels are contracting and relaxing due to the heart that is pumping. So pulse rate, you can say, is the heartbeat, but to be specific, it's where your blood vessels is contracting and relaxing due to the heart that is pumping. Of course, they are related to each other. So what are the factors that will affect pulse rate? So these are the 5 factors that will affect pulse rate. Let's look at it and we'll determine. So experiment question, meaning it could be like that. They give you some situation and then they do test. So below shows an experiment conducted by a group of students to study the effect of, like physical activity is this. So the theory is when you exercise or you are having more vigorous action, means 比较激烈的运动 you exercise more, you run and whatnot, those are called vigorous, 比较激烈 in Mandarin. So then your oxygen needed by the body will increase, correct? So then oxygen needed more, so the heart has to pump faster to supply. Okay. Compared to like now, resting. So everybody probably resting. I mean, at least you're not running at a treadmill while listening to my class. I hope so. That's resting. So resting means your body do not need a lot of oxygen, then your pulse rate will be low. Okay, so resting versus running, student A, B, C, D. You can see running is going to be higher. Okay, based on the table above, yeah, which student highest heart rate? Obviously, everything in D is higher, right? 69, 99, 115. Yeah, okay. So the answer is student D. Okay. State one reason for answer why everything he does is higher than anyone else. Actually, why? Okay, we don't have to go into too deep or too detailed. Maybe he have disease, he have sickness, or no. Let's just say some surface answer. So probably right. Why someone has higher heartbeat all the time is probably maybe he is like a bit nervous when he's doing the exercise or while we record like even resting because consciously that you are doing this for experiment, right? Then you feel a bit kanchiong, you feel a bit nervous. Then that might give you higher pulse rate. Okay, then we don't want to say that, oh, the student got a heart problem, the student is obese, the student high blood pressure. I don't think we need to go to that part. Yeah? Okay, so we will just probably say the student is nervous during this activity. Like you shouldn't go to measure your pulse rate straight away. Let's say like you go to the clinic for measurement. Okay, when you go to the clinic for measurement, you don't go into the clinic straight away, go to the doctor and sit down and measure because maybe you just walk into the clinic or you were rushing or you were looking for parking and then you're like, oh, I'm late, and then so that one not accurate one. So usually to measure blood pressure, heartbeat, heart rate, you have to sit down and rest first. Doctor or nurse will ask you to, okay, you rehat sekejap nanti masuk. Okay, kita measure. So something like that. Okay. What if the student D is a girl? The student D is a girl. But because we are here to test physical activity, right? Then these four students have to be, the other factor have to be fixed, meaning these four students have to be same age lah, same gender, and yeah, we shouldn't try on girl and boy and girl and boy like that, then a bit not fair. Unless the question is about gender, then yes, we try on boy and girl. Okay, so that actually should be your constant variable, the next question now. State the constant variable. Okay, no matter A, B, C, D, they must be the same age, right? They must be the same gender, like that. So your manipulated variable is your factor, type of activity, and then your responding variable is your heart rate. So you all know, right? Table, the left side is MV, manipulated variable. The right side is RV, responding variable. Okay. One hypothesis for this experiment. Okay, hypothesis, I think you can do kind of like a the type. So hypothesis, right? It's where you combine manipulated variable and responding variable together. So we can do the type or we can do the if then. Okay. Okay, so these two are you're manipulated and you're responding. How more vigorous the activity, the higher the pulse rate. You want to try? I think you should. So like everybody, you do the this one. More vigorous, vigorous. You know how to spell vigorous? Vigor, vigorous. 激烈的意思啊，vigorous 是越激烈的运动。The more vigorous, the more active action or the activities. OK，越激烈的运动，激烈的 activity，heart rate 就越高，越的句子我们叫做你 try，你要的答案都在这里啊，你用这个就好了，你用这个字啊，you all use this use this vigorous 的 activity，the correct words vigorous you say more or less vigorous，heart rate you say high or low. OK， you try. But you have to also don't memorize what I say. Think of your sentence. You have to brain a little bit of what you're writing. You good? Like check a bit. Easy sentence, no problem. Heart rate are normally count using fingers before the assistive device exists. What is the assistive device that can count heart rate nowadays? Oh, so last time meaning like doctor have to touch your wrist and then have to count. 1 minute, duk how many times? But of course, doctor will not hold your hand and look at you 1 minute. That's very long. That's the longest 1 minute in your life. That's very awkward. We usually count 10 seconds. In 10 seconds, how many duk you made? Then we times 6, because 1 minute is 60 seconds. I count 10, I times 6 minus 60, then you aga the time lah, right? Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, what do we use to measure nowadays? It's a random question. Okay, so last time use finger and feel, right? We are in a digital world, so we can use a lot of different methods. Like, nowadays people wear those smartwatch, or we call fitness tracker. So there you go. You can write smartwatch. Really, your answer is either smartwatch or digital, or we say fitness tracker, digital fitness tracker. Smartwatch, yeah. People wear smartwatch to measure. Okay, see, then we have girl and boy experiment. Like that, different experiment. Okay, blood pressure, page 27. Okay, blood pressure, systole, diastole, everybody, systole, diastole. So remember, systole is the higher number, the top number, higher pressure. Diastole is the lower number, which is the smaller number. So systole is when blood go out of the heart, so bigger pressure. Diastolic pressure come back, so lower number, lower pressure. Okay. What else? The unit is mmHg. The measuring instrument is sphygmomanometer. And we talk about high blood pressure, low blood pressure. Okay, right. Jom, let's try. So, what unit of measuring? Unit, millimeter mercury. You read the words millimeter mercury. Good. Okay. Label the diastole, systole. Label the word diastole, systole in the empty box. So remember, bigger number is systole, smaller number is diastole. Like the above will be systole, the bottom will be diastole. Okay. Give the reading of blood pressure recorded. Then just write down the number, isn't it? Give the reading. Okay, so we write down number 120/80, but you make sure you write your unit also. So 120 slash, because you have to write it in one line, right? So slash like that, slash 80. Then mmHg, small letter, and then H capital, and then G, mmHg. Predict the form of physical activity performed. Now, 120/80 is normal, meaning when you don't do anything, normal, at rest. So when you do exercise or something vigorous, you will probably go up to this number. But no, that doesn't mean you are high blood pressure. That means that you are working your body. High blood pressure is when you are at this number forever. You rest also like that. You sleep also like that. You shower also like that. You play also like that. You whatever activity you do also like that. That's called prolonged. 长期都是这个号码。高血压, okay? But yeah, so 120/80 is the normal pressure. Okay, so you write rest. At rest, rest, like resting, or you can say during resting. Okay, like next page. Mark the correct statement regarding the pulse rate. Male has higher pulse rate than female. Wait, what? Why suddenly pulse rate? Oh, okay, suddenly pulse rate, everybody. Okay, this one. Male has higher than female. No. Female higher than male. Remember, girls are female have higher pulse rate. Here. Okay. Where? Here. Female higher than male. So number one is wrong. Okay. Then must be the two more, because 2 marks, right? Older person pulse rate. Yep, correct. When you're old, your heart muscle is weaker, so lower pulse rate. Higher intensity of activity, higher pulse rate. Yes, of course. The more vigorous, the more pulse rate. Okay, easy. Blood pressure is measured with the cuff on the sphygmomanometer around the arm. Why is the cuff placed at this position? Measure with the cuff of the you go to measure, doctor will wrap the cuff. 那个包着你的手的那一片东西叫 cuff. The cuff that wraps around your arm. The question is asking why. Actually, this one you cannot find from the front part, right? Okay, so why do we wrap around the arm? Is because that position here, your arm, the bicep area, that's actually where your heart is. You put down your arm, like now, you look at where your bicep is, your arm. Is that where your heart is? The same level of heart? So we measure about that level. Okay? Okay, so blood pressure normally taken at the arm because approximately the position of the heart. Okay? Okay, body mass index, the fourth one, right? Pulse rate done, blood pressure done, body mass index. Okay, like which one? Good, let's go. Okay, let's try this. Number 9, page 29, question 9. Okay, so BMI stands for body mass index. Basically, the formula is body mass divided by height square, but your height must be in meter. Height square in meter. Okay, so this is the category to determine the obese state, the overweight state, desirable weight, and underweight. Okay, like so individual X, individual Y. So cute. Look at that. Okay, what? Calculate. Oh, okay, like we do for both. No formula given. You have to remember. So it's actually body mass divided by height square, but in meter. Okay, so like BMI for X, body mass 60 kg over 175 cm. 175 cm means 1.75 meter. So 1.75 square. So you all just press the calculator. You got calculator, you can press also. 260. So we put maximum 2 decimal lah, or actually 1 decimal also can. So from what I've gotten is 19.59. But this is to 19.6 kgm negative 2. Okay, you know how the unit works, like how your maths work. So kg divide meter square. So kg meter negative 2. We do the same thing, or you do the same thing for yourself. Can you do that? Can you do the second one for individual Y? Do the same formula. Like, I'll wait for you. Go, go, go. Good. So your answer 31.3 should be 31.3 kgm negative 2. Okay, right? Press calculator only lah. Very simple lah. You can do it. So based on your calculation, determine the BMI category 19.6. You see, you don't even have the chart to refer. So you must know 19.6 is between this one, desirable weight. So you write down desirable weight. And then 31.3 obviously is obese. So you're right in the box, just like that. Desirable weight. And then the next one will be obese. Obese. You good? Okay. Predict what might happen to Y if his body mass increase every year. Already obese, what you want? So if you keep going like that, let's talk about like diseases already. If you're obese, you keep going and heavier, you could get all the package. What's all the disease that we learn? Like overweight, like heart attack, high blood pressure, diabetes. You choose one mark, right? Let me see. One mark only. Okay, so like these are the diseases. You choose. Go ahead. If you were a nutrition expert, what advice would you give to Y to achieve his desirable weight? Okay, then continue, copy answer. Way to increase body mass. No. Way to decrease body mass. Yes. 1 mark. Let me see. Okay, 1 mark. So choose one. The shortest one. Ta-da! I don't know if you, up to you. You choose what you want. Okay. Changing the food preparation method, meaning don't fry, deep fry fried food. We change to like steam, not so oily type. Okay? Or maybe the usual answer. Do moderate exercise or exercise more frequently. Okay. Or maybe this will be a good answer as well. It's about things that you makan, reduce or avoid sugar or fat content. So like you choose. Up to you, everybody. See, it's all from here, right? It's all from here. Okay. Then we go chapter 4. Okay, half an hour more, right? So we finish chapter 4. Should be able. Okay, let's go in 5 seconds. Or earlier, we can finish. Hopefully, then you'll have dinner, right? Okay, let's go. Okay, so chapter 4, right? You feel like you don't know what you're reading, correct? I understand that, but at least, right, you can tell yourself that we have different sectors here to focus on. We have energy sector, we have rubbish sector, we have agriculture and forestry, and we have transportation. So we have 4 sectors to understand. Okay, so these are the sectors that you want to refer. So overall, I don't think I can go one by one. So long story short, we try exercise. Now, overall, this is a chapter called like the green technology. Green technology meaning we want to use better method to solve the problems of pollution, more scientific and smarter method to solve problems. So that's called green technology. So different areas have different social issue, meaning problems to the environment. Then we'll find ways to solve. It's always the problem, then how to solve. Problem, how to solve. Problem, how to solve, like that. Okay, so we'll pick some question to try on. Then you get a better understanding. So like Jom, let's try out. Okay, maybe shall we do this? 33, page 33. Question number 2. Okay. Question 2. So the diagram below shows the application of green technology to overcome social scientific issue in the energy sector. Okay, so application of green technology, use alternative energy means don't want to use petroleum, we try to change to something else, and increase energy efficiency. Yeah. So basically from here, this part, why we want to use green technology, or like what are the choices. For example, use alternative energy, meaning we try to use the renewable one. Actually, you can find it from here also. Renewable energy and energy efficiency. So, like question, list renewable energies that are suitable. Renewable. I think from here below, we have some example. Okay, so you write up to you. How many marks? 2 marks. Means 2 example. So hydro energy, wind energy, solar energy. You choose any 2 will do. Good. Name one energy source that is suitable to be developed in Malaysia as an alternative fuel energy. That means anything that in the list that is suitable in Malaysia. So I guess you guessed it already. Malaysia super hot, right? We have a lot of sun, so solar is suitable. Okay. So like your answer is solar energy. Yeah. The answer is here because Malaysia gets enough of sunlight throughout the year. Maybe you can start from here. Malaysia gets enough of sunlight throughout the year. So 2 marks. Good. Okay, next one. Mark the social scientific issue in the waste and waste management cell. So see, suddenly we jump. Waste and waste management means rubbish. Yeah, waste and waste management. Okay, so question, what? The issue, cause climate change due to emission of greenhouse gases. Got such thing? Cause climate change due to greenhouse gases. Oh yeah, it's one of the problems because rubbish decompose 腐烂，垃圾会腐烂，腐烂的时候就放二氧化碳。So when rubbish decompose, it releases CO2. That's called problems of greenhouse gases. So number 1. Number 2 is water pollution due to chemical waste. Is this under rubbish category? Oh, really? Oh, under chemical to the river and yeah, okay. So number 2 is correct. Increase demand energy. That's energy sector, right? Do with this. Cause landslide and flood due to deforestation. That is forestry, agriculture and forestry. 森林还有种植的，不管是 right? This is not related. Okay. Diagram below shows an environmental pollution in industrial area. Okay, so CO2 industry factory Okay, like explain the effect if the release of CO2 cannot be controlled. If too much CO2, what will happen? Okay, I think you heard a lot of this kind of question, but sometimes we still don't know what to answer one, right? If we stuck like, I know greenhouse problem, but how am I supposed to explain? Okay, now we're back to energy sector. We come back. Energy sector, too much CO2, what problem? I think this one good. It causes extreme climate change and lead to natural disaster, right? Let me find you another. Where can we find other answers? Burning of fossil fuel factory. Here also. You can. So what I'm trying to show is you can find manageable. You can find answers from short notes at least 80% of the time. Don't worry about the 20%. Okay. So I think it's here. You can cause problems like that. Okay, so you can say it can cause greenhouse effect. Then you choose lead to this one. Okay. Causes haze. Wait, let me read the question one more time if your answer is acceptable. Release of okay. Carbon dioxide does not cause haze. Carbon dioxide is just the CO2 that we are also breathing in and breathing out now. So haze is due to burning rubbish. So I think we will not write just like causes haze. We will say causes greenhouse effect. Okay, then you can give example. Okay, so you can say carbon dioxide causes greenhouse effect, which leads to, maybe you change this arrow to like which leads to, and then you don't have to write everything. Maybe choose 3 or 2 like that, which leads to drought, flash flood, and increase in earth temperature, full stop. So 2 points from here. Number 1, greenhouse effect. Number 2, them. You choose. So causes haze is due to the open burning of rubbish. That one is haze. Okay, is everybody okay from here directly? Okay, let's go. 2 other sources which releases carbon dioxide. That means other than factory, where else releases CO2? Other than factory, what else? Burn rubbish, no? Do we have it here exactly? We don't have exactly from there. But yeah, we can write open burning, open burning, right? What else? 2 sources. Okay. So other than open burning, this one not much on carbon dioxide. Car also, car as well. Vehicle exhaust or vehicle emission also can. Okay, so these are the 2 sources. So it's 3 of them. It's either factory, open burning, or vehicle exhaust. We try one more. Then we finish. We try one more. Should we do the waste, the rubbish? Like we do the rubbish. So waste management. This one was energy. Okay, like question 3, everybody, just the next one. State 2 negative effects of waste K on the environment. So waste K is all the chemical to the environment. Okay, so chemicals to the environment. That's fine. Waste. Okay. No. This one. Ta-da! Okay, so it will affect the environment. So it causes destruction of aquatic, or you can say interfere the ecosystem of river, sea, and surrounding. Okay, or to be direct, you actually kill fishes in the river or in the water. Based on diagram above, state 2 proper way to solve the problem. Okay, so problems of this waste has to be from here. Okay, so all the dirty things from all the chemicals from the factory, right? So you have to see which one better. So prevention and reduction, this one is about recycling, not too related. This is about recycling, not too related. I guess has to be this one. I think so. So we have to treat the waste first. We have to change the waste to something better before we release to the environment. Or we have to filter away the dirty things before we release. So you have to choose. Not all of the answers are suitable. Okay, so treat the wastewater in the treatment plant before releasing, and filter the solid waste or anything that is big from the wastewater, because they have to release anyways. They cannot keep it, right? So when you release responsibly, right, you have to filter away first. 2 other examples of solid waste. Solid rubbish, anything, literally. What else? Plastic waste. I think paper plastic waste is good. Solid waste. Do we exactly have examples? Not really, but from here, solid waste. Any solid that you can think of, like plastic waste, for example. You can write plastic waste, paper. Oh yeah, food leftover from here. Food leftover also considered as solid waste. Okay, so let's say food leftover, paper, plastic waste. 2 suitable to manage waste. Okay, so when solid waste, you always come back to this kind of answer lor. Recycling, okay, sorting and recycling. Sort household waste. Okay, we choose answer from here not the title like that. Okay, so maybe this one. Sort household waste. And then what else? Maybe recycling paper, or only use when we need to. So any 2 from here will do. But this one cannot because this one for chemical already from the question just now. This one, okay, if you want to write 5R also can write practice 5R. These are the 5 R's. So where do you get your answers, right? So you all can get it at the normal QR code that we have on our book. It's the same folder, like I put in the same folder. Or if you don't have my book or you're new today, you can get the answer from the same PDF folder in the TTC seminar link, both sides. So the normal QR code that we use or the seminar link, it's there anyway. So I'll post it probably tonight or tomorrow. Let me tidy up a little bit, then I'll post it, then you can download and you'll try. So next week class, I still need this book, I will continue a little bit more. So for my students, if you're online class, then you'll just have it at home. If you come physical, I need it in physical class. Okay, we will continue a bit. So please bring your seminar material. Yeah, I hope I helped you in some way. 4 chapters done. You do the rest for yourself. So good luck. I see you again, everybody. Peace. See you.